I want to say this to protect myself, that there's stories of Jay talking to underage girls. It was a girl from my block that was 16, 17 years old that Jay was talking to. If she was 17. So there's plenty of stories out there that they might flood the market of Jay talking to underage girls. I heard this kid that is claiming to be his son. His mother was 15 when she conceived him and had him at 16. And Jay refused to do a blood test or anything like that.
I never understood that every single album that I dropped, Jay dropped right on top of me. And it was like, damn, like to have in-house competition at that magnitude was crazy. Jay already the boss, but I always thought that, like, let me breathe.
Sell so many records. This came from an executive. But Benny, you couldn't be bigger than Jay-Z on Jay-Z's label. I felt that Jay-Z, Beanie Sigel was the shit.
Yeah, he was fine.
And they would only let Beanie Sigel
After everything I've done for you, after always having your back, why wipe me out? After everything I've done for you, you gonna sit there with a life raft and watch me drown? After everything I did for you, you not gonna talk?
And all of a sudden, when this has gotten real big and Tony Bugsby had taken the kid case, the kid just got arrested for having a gun in his car, I think, like that. Did you hear something about that? That the kid got arrested for having a gun in his car, and when they go and watch the tape, somebody was planting a gun in the kid's car.
Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. You know, because at first you retire, you know, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay.
Let's talk about the latest controversy shaking the hip-hop world because Beanie Sigel is coming out swinging. The former Roc-A-Fella artist has just aired out some explosive allegations against Jay-Z, accusing him of sabotaging careers, blocking success, and making strategic moves to keep himself on top. But the real question is why now, and more importantly, is Jay-Z trying to silence Beanie before more secrets spill out? This drama has been brewing for years, but Beanie has finally decided to break his silence in a shocking interview, confirming what many had speculated, that Jay wasn't just a mentor, he was also allegedly his biggest obstacle. But this isn't just about Beanie Sigel. More voices from the industry are stepping forward, backing up these claims. Could it be that Jay-Z's carefully curated image is nothing more than a smokescreen? It all started when Beanie revealed that he was never meant to outshine Jay-Z at Roc-A-Fella. He claims that label executives made sure that no artist could surpass Jay, limiting record sales and pulling strings behind the scenes to keep Beanie in his place. According to him, this wasn't just business, it was personal.
Like, let me breathe. But to maliciously plot to hold me back.
Was getting ready. We thought he was going to go to jail for a couple of years. He was on trial. So I was trying to make 4 albums. I was more bothered when Beans chose to go with Jay. That one hurt. Because I'd done a lot and prepared. I chose State Property over Rockware. And I wanted to just roll out with State Property. But it almost like he tricked Beans to shelf him and his life up to me for doing that. But I had him. You know what I mean? Like, that was my new Jay.
Jay, the so-called big brother, was allegedly making sure Beanie never reached his full potential. And let's not forget the allegations that Jay has been involved in some shady dealings beyond music. The whispers about his past relationships, including claims about underage girls and a supposed long-lost son, are starting to resurface. It gets even messier with reports that when a high-profile lawyer took on the paternity case against Jay, the supposed son suddenly found himself entangled in a gun possession charge, leading many to believe it was a setup. Coincidence? Or just another calculated move? Meanwhile, Beanie isn't just talking about his own struggles. He's shedding light on how Jay allegedly turned his back on others, including his supposed brotherhood with Dame Dash. Dame had publicly claimed that Beanie was meant to be the future of Roc-A-Fella, yet Jay ensured that future never materialized. Instead of elevating Beanie, Jay allegedly left him stranded when he needed support the most. Dame wasn't the only one who saw what was happening. Industry insiders say that Jay's actions weren't just about business. This was a man obsessed with maintaining his throne at any cost. The Roc-A-Fella split was messy, but Beanie claims that what hurt the most was realizing Jay never really had his back. It wasn't just about money, it was about betrayal. Beanie even admitted that he once took Dame Dash's loyalty for granted, but now realizes who was really looking out for him. And then there's the legal battle that changed everything. While Beanie was facing serious prison time, he assumed that Jay, his so-called big brother, would vouch for him in court. But when the judge asked Jay if he'd be responsible for Beanie's whereabouts, Jay straight up said no. Beanie described that moment as soul-crushing. Imagine looking up to someone as a mentor, believing they'd stand by you in your lowest moment, only to realize they were never truly in your corner.
I think one man can destroy, means like his ultimate in your decisions. I had a lot of issues. Like I said, legal issues at the time, and my mind wasn't where I'm at now today. Like I used to have questions like why every time my album dropped, Jay would drop right on top. He wouldn't let me breathe, or right before me. Like I was always close. And I never understood that every single album that I dropped, Jay dropped right on top. I was like, damn, like to have in-house competition at that magnitude was crazy. Jay already the boss, but I always thought that like let me breathe. But
Roc-A-Fella Records was the only thing that I've ever been a part of that I thought was honest.
This is dope. This is ill. Yeah.
Like niggas really with me for what it was. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm from South Philly, so you know what I mean? Niggas smile, hey, you know what I mean? Pray next to you, turn around, blow your head off. Like
you said smile, shake your hand, pray next to you, and blow your head off.
Yeah, all that vicious. That's where I come from.
Yeah.
Kill you, wash your body. You know what I mean? Kill your son and fornicate with your daughter. Yeah, that's where I come from. That's the world that I lived in. So me being with Roc-A-Fella, the La Familia, I held on to that. It's like I got something, and you know what I mean? And it's like, these got me. And they don't want from me, they just want me to do this. This music. They got me.
While Beanie was struggling, Dame Dash was the only one who stood by him, showing up in court, supporting him publicly, and proving his loyalty. Jay, on the other hand, had moved on, focusing solely on himself. Not a single phone call, no visits, just silence. And when Jay finally made his comeback, it was clear he had washed his hands of anyone he no longer found useful. Beanie wasn't the only one left behind. Over the years, numerous artists and executives have come forward with similar stories. DMX once accused Jay of blocking his music, and even Kanye West hinted that Jay could send someone after him if he kept speaking out. And let's not forget the infamous Super Bowl drama where Jay reportedly tried to block 50 Cent from performing, only for Eminem to step in and ensure 50 got his spot. Jay-Z's pattern is clear. When he sees competition, he eliminates it.
In the house for house arrest, and I got the young gun calling my phone because Jay-Z's only paying them $1,205 $50 or whatever it is, $1,200 a show when they had to split it at the end of the day, like shows where we went on. His was supposed to be promos, but checks, man, that he was making, but it was just that's us paying dues. It was a good look.
But it's
all the glitz and glamours wasn't like really what people seem like.
Whether it's through industry politics, strategic blackballing, or simply refusing to support those who once helped him rise, Jay has a track record of looking out for himself above all else. And let's not forget the biggest scandal of them all, the alleged takedown of the black-owned music distribution plan. Reports suggest that Jay, along with Diddy, may have played a role in sabotaging the movement that could have given artists true financial independence. As more voices speak up, the narrative around Jay-Z continues to shift. Is he truly the hip-hop mogul who built an empire from the ground up? Or is he simply a master strategist who climbed to the top by stepping on those who trusted him? But let's take a deeper dive into the financial and political moves that have made Jay-Z one of the most powerful figures in entertainment today. Many believe Jay has been playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, using his connections to quietly consolidate power. His influence goes beyond music. He's tapped into business, sports, politics, and media. But has he been using these avenues to push his own interests while shutting doors for others? Take, for example, his influence over streaming services. When Jay-Z acquired Tidal, he framed it as a move to empower artists, offering them a fairer share of revenue. But years later, many artists have spoken out about how little they actually benefited. Meanwhile, Jay was securing multi-million-dollar deals and expanding his own brand. Is this another case of selling a dream while making sure he's the only one truly winning? And what about his alleged ties to high-ranking officials? Some reports suggest that Jay's relationships with influential figures in government have helped him sidestep legal troubles, while others in the industry have fallen. Do you think Beanie Sigel has a right to feel betrayed, or is this just another case of business being business? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because this story is far from over.